The NFL Combine isn't about radically changing your opinion on a player's college production and film evaluation. But the NFL is a sport predicated on athleticism and movement to maximize coaching opportunities, and NFL teams are focused on making sure players they like on film meet the athletic thresholds needed for NFL success. At the Combine, average is good when it comes to testing. As long as players have average athleticism as compared to previous NFL Combine performances and relative to their peers, their college film will reflect their grade. NFL Draft, SN's 2018 mock draft. But for some players, the NFL Combine is a chance to shine and show NFL evaluators that their athleticism exceeded what they showed on film and makes their upside that much higher. Additionally, the Combine can show NFL teams what kind of athlete and what type of off-season worker these players are, as they aim to weed out players that won't succeed in the NFL. While some prospects saw the stock rise in Indianapolis, others fell victim to poor workouts and saw theirs fall. Riser Nick Chubb, RB, Georgia Saquon Barkley stole the show at the NFL Combine among running backs, and the elite Penn State runner will almost certainly be drafted in the first 4 picks of the NFL Draft. But Georgia's Nick Chubb emerged as a pleasant surprise for NFL teams. While his teammate Sony Michel looked more explosive in game action, Chubb proved to be the better testing athlete, beating Michel in the 40-yard dash, 4.52 seconds, bench press, 29 reps, and in the jumps, 38.5-inch vertical jump and 10 3/4-inch broad jump. Chubb may have risen to a high second-round pick after his Combine performance. Faller Ronald Jones, RB, USC. Unfortunately for Ronald Jones, his Combine was cut short by injury. He pulled up during his 40-yard dash, running a 4.65 that doesn't adequately reflect his explosiveness as a runner. He also posted a strong 36.5 vertical jump before ending his day. He'll have a chance to rebound at USC's Pro Day, and he'll need to with the impressive athletic testing numbers in an already crowded running back position for the 2018 NFL Draft. Riser DJ Moore, WR, Maryland entering the NFL Combine. Alabama's Calvin Ridley and maybe SMU's Courtland Sutton were the only first-round worthy receivers. But after DJ Moore's remarkably explosive NFL Combine, posting a 4.42 40 time with a near 40-inch vertical leap and 11-inch broad jump, the latter the best among all receivers, Moore may have solidified first-round grades across the NFL. NFL Draft Combine doesn't do Barkley justice. Faller Simmie Cobbs, WR, Indiana. A thick, big-bodied outside receiver, Simmie Cobbs had a chance to use the NFL Combine to vault into the top 2 rounds of the NFL Draft. But a lackluster performance, led by bottom-tier vertical and broad jumps, 30 inches and 9 3/8 feet respectively, may push him to day 3 of the draft, which would be a frustrating result for the early entry receiver. Riser Colton Miller, OT, UCLA. With a struggling offensive line play across the NFL, front offices and coaching staffs are desperate for NFL-ready offensive linemen, and we'll likely see many go in round 1. UCLA's Colton Miller, whose film shows an outstanding long blocker who struggles with technique, may have solidified his spot in the first round in Indianapolis. Miller, who stands at 6'8" and 309 pounds, posted a position-best 1.67-second 10-yard split in the 40-yard dash, posted 24 reps despite having some of the longest arms at the Combine, and jumped 10'1" in the broad jump. Faller Orlando Brown, OT, Oklahoma. No player may have hurt his stock more than Oklahoma's Orlando Brown at the NFL Combine. After playing like a potential top 10 overall pick during the season, Brown's lack of effort showed in drills and, coupled with a clear lack of focus during his Combine training, reflected poorly on his prospects. Brown ran a 5.85-second 40 time, including a 2.00-second 10-yard split, posted just 14 reps on the bench press, and jumped just 6'10" in the broad jump. All of those numbers are among the worst from recent NFL draft picks at offensive tackle. He may be fighting to stay in the first 2 rounds now. Riser Shaquem Griffin, Pound, UCF. The most miraculous story at the NFL Combine. Shaquem Griffin not only was able to perform despite his disability, having just one hand, but dominated the entire event. He ran a 4.38 in the 40-yard dash, tying his brother Shaquille Griffin, Seattle Seahawks' third-round pick from a year ago despite weighing 23 pounds more than him. He also posted 20 reps of 225 pounds on the bench press using a prosthetic on his left arm. After this showing, it'll be a surprise if Griffin isn't a top 100 overall pick. NFL Combine: Shaquille Griffin won't be denied faller Hercules Mataafa at Washington State after his highly active and productive Pac-12 season as Washington State's bull in a China shop pass rusher. Mataafa was a dud at the NFL Combine. His 4.76 second 40 time, 7.24 second 3-cone drill, 31.5-inch vertical jump and 9-foot broad jump were all among the lowest out of all of the edge rushers at the Combine. Mataafa may have dropped himself into day 3 of the draft with no lock of even being a draft pick unless he can drastically improve for his pro day. Riser Parry Nickerson CB Chilane tied for the fastest 40 time at the NFL Combine. Nickerson's 4.32 40 time reminded NFL scouts that he has the burst to match his vertical physicality and ball skills on film. He also finished with 15 bench press reps which, at 5'10" and 182 pounds, certainly impressed NFL teams. Nickerson has a great chance to be among the first nickel cornerbacks taken on draft day. Faller Tavares McFadden CB Florida State one time considered a potential first-round pick. McFadden's poor NFL Combine is another setback in a long line of frustration for evaluators who see the glimpses of an NFL starter in McFadden's game. His 4.67 second 40 time is inexcusable for a player with his potential, and it's among the lowest of all defensive backs and wide receivers in attendance in the Combine. His 38.5-inch vertical leap may help a bit, but McFadden has a lot to prove at his pro day later this month.